Oh man, it was just getting good. A little Hall of the Mountain King there. Shucks. Well then, hi kids. Hi there, webcastaways. Your old pal Stevie Coyle here. It's request night, and I, just about an hour ago, sent out a note on the Facebooks asking if folks had any requests. And sure enough, they did. Even some stuff that I've remotely heard of. So that part was cool. Other stuff was less compelling, just not because it wasn't a great idea, but because I don't know Constipation Blues by Screamin' Jay Hawkins. I'm going to learn it real quick, you can bet. I thought perhaps the fellow was talking about the 16 miles on the Alimentary Canal, but I do know a couple of the songs that were requested, and I'll see if I can do some mashups, because I'm going to really try this time to stick with the half-hour idea. It has not been entirely successful so far, but we'll see how it goes. How you been? You hanging tough? Feel free, by the way, to communicate with Miss Valerie, who is here. A hand, please, for my own dear Miss Valerie. That's right. She'll be passing your questions and comments along, and requests, because it is. I guess this is request night. You know, I play a bunch of the stuff that I want to play a bunch of the time, and it's only fair that you folks get a chance too. So if there's anything you think I probably know that I can give a shot, I might, I'm one of those, I'm like most of us, especially, it's kind of like Christmas carols, I know the first verse and the chorus, and then I may have heard the song 1,000 times, and I don't know, nothing from there. Is the sound all right? The visuals only get so good, but is the sound okay? We're doing all right? Sounding okay. Good, good. Tuning is always a treat. When I was little, I thought I had a brilliant idea. I thought, why don't I just take a magic marker and draw on the side of the headstock the angle at which that string is in tune? I smart kid. We had a request for this is, speaking of being a kid and playing guitar, this I think is one of the first ones I learned in the fingerpicking style. A nickel is a nickel, a dime is a dime. I need a new gal, that old one won't mind to tell me how long, baby, do I have to wait. Can I get you now, oh Lord, must I hesitate? You know the eagle on the dollar says, in God we trust. You say you want a man, you want to see some eagles first. To tell me how long, baby, do I have to wait? Can I get you now, oh Lord, must I hesitate? You know the rocks in the ocean, the fish in the sea, they know you mean the whole world to me. But tell me how long, baby, do I have to wait? Can I get you now, oh Lord, must I euphemism? this one, but I love it. Sing along if you know it. It was down in old Joe's barroom on the corner by the square. The usual crowd was assembled, and Big Joe McKinney was there. He was standing at my shoulder. His eyes were bloodshot red. He turned to the crowd around him, and these are the very words that he said. I went down to St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby there. She's laid out on a cold white table, so cold, so white, so fair. Let her go, God rest her. Wherever she may be, she'll search this whole world over, never meet a sweet man like me. When I die, bury me in straight lace shoes, a high-top Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so the Lord will know I'm died standing pat. I want 6 crap shooters for my pallbearers, chorus girl to sing me a song. Put a jazz band on my hearse wagon, raise hell as I roll along. Roll out your rubber-tired carriage, roll out your old-time hack. 12 men going to the graveyard, and 11 men coming back. Well, now that I've told my story, I'll take another shot of booze. And if anyone should happen to ask you, tell them I've got those gambler's blues. That? Is that a great song or what, from 150,000 years ago? Well, yes, there's a question in the back. Speak up, please.
A request from Ted Silverman for Windy and Warm. Mary Flowers had any instrumentals, and Susan Gravel would like Hesitation Trouble.
Oh, well, we started off with Hez. She must have just tuned in a little late. Mary Flower. Folks, can I tell you about Mary Flower? Mondays, Mary Flower does a thing. Mary, type it in, please. What time was it? Time and days are blending together. But Mary Flower is a tremendous blues guitarist and singer, and you really got to tune her in. It's Mondays at, was it 10 o'clock in the morning? Was it noon? It couldn't have been 10 o'clock in the morning, Mary. That's not a blues time. I think wasn't it kind of noonish to, or maybe later in the afternoon to catch the crowd in Europe, which is a really smart idea. Boy, it warmed up this past couple of days. It sure did. We're not accustomed to it, and the guitars are not accustomed to it either. It's an A minor night. Sing it, Muggsy. Well, Ted, it started off as windy and warm, but something happened. Something happened. I ran over that before the show too, and I think it still is kind of squished. There was another request, wasn't there?
John D. Loudermilk special.
Oh, John D. Loudermilk. Well, yeah. What's that one of his I used to know? Windy and Warm was John D. Loudermilk, of course, but I used to know another one of his. It was really sweet. But I was talking about Mary Flower. And she did some stuff today that I've realized I've got to put back on my set list that I never really worked up all the way. This one's muscle memory too. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. Bombs away. Well, Candyman, I said I've been here and gone. And the Candyman, I cried, been here and gone. Candyman, I cried, been here and gone. I wish I was in New Orleans just a-sitting on a candy stand. Run to the corner, put the baby in beer. Run to the corner, get the baby some beer. I said run to the corner, get the baby some beer. And I'll run to the corner, get the baby the beer. Gone to the corner, get the baby some beer. I wish I was in New Orleans just sitting on a candy stand. I wish I was in New Orleans just sitting on a candy stand. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I've gone. Keep on trucking, mama, truck my blues away. Keep on trucking, mama, truck my blues away. Well, here you come, mama, big ass sin. shape you're in. Keep on trucking, mama, truck my blues away. Oh man, that really was quite fantastic. Where's my cell phone? I want to tip myself for that one. I forgot to mention the tip jar, folks, and yes, there is one, as you're probably accustomed to seeing on these things. My tip jars are paypal.me/Stevie Coyle, all one term, or stevie@steviecoyle.com if you'd like to do PayPal, to keep your karma clean. Trying to help you out here. Always of service. And the Venmo is Mighty Fine Guitars, just Mighty Fine Guitars, all one term. No punctuation, no spaces. The nuns would go crazy. It's a good thing Sister Godzilla Marie is not alive to see what has happened to the world. People aren't writing in cursive, and there's no punctuation, there's no space between the letters. It's all words are all mashed together. It's a nightmare. A question in back.
John Mooney wants Night Creole Bell, and Renee wants The Witch of the West.
The Witch, you know, I had a couple of requests for The Witch, but it's in a different tuning, and I got a different tuning in mind for you tonight. And I want to kind of wind up close to 8 o'clock so you can all run over and listen to Meredith Axelrod. You got a pencil there? Got a pen? Got a memory? Not me. Meredith Axelrod. Look at her page. Her name is arguably easier to remember than her partner's name, Craig Ventresco. Those two are fantastic. Mary Flower and I are both big fans of theirs. I see her over on their page every once in a while. I think they're doing a nightly thing at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to try and close up by then. All of which is to say, I've got another one for you that's in a different tuning, but not that tuning. And another person asked that, and I'll have The Witch for you next week. I really will. No fooling. No fooling. And, where's my little notes here? Do you know what? You can share this. If you're enjoying this and would like to share it, somewhere on your screen there's a little share button, and it'll pop up this thread on your timeline. The responsibility is yours after that. That's all I can tell you. But you could share this if you wanted to. That one. Different tunings. And how are we doing on time, Ducky?
It's 7:53.
7:53. I better do that last song and ski-daddle on down, because it's almost 8 o'clock in time for Meredith Axelrod and Craig Ventresco. No, I'll do one, and then I'll do that one. What one will I do? I'll do... what was the request we had?
My Creole Bell.
My... I love her well, my darling baby, my Creole Belle, my Creole Belle. Yes, I love her well. Mississippi John Hurt. My darling baby, my Creole Belle. When stars do shine, I'd call her mine. My darling baby, my Creole Belle. Sing it for me, Mary. Can you type in the words? Because I'm getting them wrong. And nouns and verbs. Baby, my Creole Belle. everybody. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Well, that's the second verse. Da da da. Da 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 do. Da 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 do. Do dee doo dee doo dee doo. Da 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 da. Stick with da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Big finish. Da 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 da. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Ah. Sol flat Rhapsody. And here's the one. 4 minutes. Thank you, thank you. She gave me one of these and I thought it was a Roman soldier ordering 5 beers. I didn't know what it meant. But I'm going to steal 2 more minutes and play a 4-minute song for you. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks. I'm Stevie Coyle. Nice to meet you. If you're new, if we're old pals, I miss you terribly. Good heavens. One of these days, Glenn Houston and I, my partner in the Quitters, are going to get back out there and play real live music for real live people. And we hope you'll come and see us. In the meantime, you can find us, a bit of us, online there at on the YouTubes, as they say in Chicago. And you can find me at steviecoyle.com. For all of you .commies out there, there's a .info now, and what's the new one? There's another new dot. Had a request for this the other day. And I had not played it in 1,000 years, and now it's 1,000 years and 2 days I played it once. Wish me luck. there it was, Water Song by Jorma Kaukonen, one of my heroes. Thank you very much, folks. Time for me to toddle along. Tune in next Monday night for another thrilling adventure. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And spread the word if you enjoyed the thing tonight. Let people know that I'm on Monday nights at 7:30 for between here and whenever we round the corner on this whole COVID-19 business. And it's a pleasure to play for you. If you can spare a couple of bucks, that's great. If you can't, I hope you enjoyed the music, and that's a vibe enough for me. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is arguably the most fun part of the show is the awkward grope towards the camera to turn it off. And God knows what you'll see here momentarily. How about a hand for Miss Valerie May for helping out? Thank you. Yeah. And here we go. Bye-bye, kids. Safe travels out there.